All right, I'm back in Lowe's, and of course, need 2 more pieces of wood. So, and some other little odds and ends. So let's get this finished. Well, good morning. And so starts another weekend of working on the van. So back this weekend and taking on another project. What we're going to do is work on putting up our ceiling. We're going to be using tongue and groove. It's like a knotty pine type of wood we're going to put up. We're just going to take and bring out the natural color of the wood and not really get into any painting or anything like that. But the first thing I got to do is I was holding off putting up the remainder of the ceiling insulation. So we're going to get to that first. Nancy's sitting up in front there right now. She's measuring out some windows to put some window coverings on the front. And it's early in the morning. I'm going to have my coffee and get going on this. So we'll show you how it all progresses. The type of wood we're going to be using, it's as you can see, it's we got it in 12-foot lengths that way because it's came in like 6, 8, and 12. And 8 would have been too short to go all the way from one end to the other. But it's real nice looking wood. It's not the most expensive, but it was a pretty good price for what we have here, and I think it's going to work out real well. Thank you. Doing there?
I am putting my water sealant
Clear.
Just wanted to keep the natural beauty of our wood.
Looks good, hon. I'll show you what we're using here. These are all the ceiling panels, and let me show you what we are using. This was actually on sale at Lowe's, but it's a exterior wood finish, and we're hopeful it works out pretty well. So, doing it outside here, under the tree in the shade, and I'm going to go over and start finishing the rest of the ceiling insulation. Got all this ceiling insulation up. Got all the wires out, so we're not disrupting those. And going to go ahead right now and got to wait for this stain to dry on the boards before we can start putting up our first board. All right, we got the first few boards up, the short ones that go up to the fan and one long one. And they seem to be holding in there real sturdy, but right now, right here, this long board now, we had to measure out, and I'm going to cut Sawzall holes for 1, 2, 3 puck lights, and then I'll do the same on the other side. Let's go make sure we got the right Sawzall. Sawzalls are known to rip the boards on the other end, so I want to go ahead now and do it on this side.
Nice. Good doggy. Tom aced it again. A little bit of brilliance from my dear Nancy. She said we should lay the board that we cut the 3 puck light holes in on the board that's going to be on the other side. So they'll all match up on the same thing. So what we did is we laid the cut board with the holes in it on top of the other one, and we're going to just mark the middle of it. And keep in mind, what I am using is a 2 1/4 Sawzall drill, and it seems to work perfect. I think 2 1/2 would have been too big, 2 1/8 was too small, so 2 1/4 was perfect. So let's drill the rest of these out. I'm going to put the 6 lights in, and then I'm going to attach 2 butt splices and get ready to hook them up to the main line. All right, I hooked my first row of puck lights up. That's 3 of them. They're hooked up in parallel. And what I used was, these are 3-way connections here. So in other words, you got the main wire coming through and it kind of clamps down on that wire, and then you put, I made really extra long pigtails off of each light. So if one of these lights go out, I can pull it out. There's enough wire now to just replace the light. So, big test. Look at all this mess. I have them hot wired right now. I'm going to be putting them into a switch here as soon as I get these walls up and reset the switch, on the panel. So here we go. Turning the battery on. Ooh, I see 1 light. I see 2 lights. I see 3 lights. All right. They look good. So I can finish up now doing the rest of this side of the ceiling, and we're good to go. Yes, indeed. The lights all work, all on 2 separate dimmer switches. I got a dimmer switch for these 2 lights, and then separate on-off dimmer switch over there by the side entry for those 2 lights. So let me tie wrap them all up, get them nice and secure, get the rest of these boards on. Ceiling is finished. I've got 2 puck lights there on a separate dimmer, and then I got those 4 up front on a separate dimmer on-off switch also. I got the flange, or whatever you call it, around the max air fan all set in, and came out real good, really solid, really up there, really strong. I'm really happy with it. We're going to work on this edge over here. Then come down the wall. There's probably going to be upper cabinets there, and then of course the lower cabinets. But for now, the ceiling is finished. I like it. All right, well that'll finish it for the this portion of the van conversion for the ceiling. All in all, once we got going on it, it was pretty easy. I'm very happy the way it turned out. The lights came out real well, and all around the max air fan, it was squared in real nice, so I was happy about that, and I feel that it's really sturdy up there. We started off, we have a total up here right now of 11 tongue and groove panels. We're probably going to need a total of 13, but I can't put the 2 ends on, especially this end, because this end, because that's where the solar's going to come in, so I got to make room for that. We had one little issue. I'll put that part in the video right now. It was in the front where we had to maneuver around the way the van is contours in the front, but we did work that out with cutting out a notch.
I'll show you one small little place that caused us a little bit of problems. I'll put a picture up, but on a Promaster, on the passenger side to the front, there's this, I don't know, this little thing that butts out. So we had to get in there and kind of notch this all out in there in order for this piece of sealing to fit. So just wanted to show you that. All in all, like I said, I'm really happy with the sealing. I think we're going to have one more video before, and I'll tell you what we're going to be doing, but it's going to be a miscellaneous thing. We're going to be putting our bed up, and we're going to get started on the kitchen sink cabinet. So I'll probably have that posted on the next video, and that'll be out next week. And right probably as soon as that comes out, we are hitting the road, and I'm heading up to Nancy's going to be going visiting her sister and her friends, and doing a girls' few days up and around the Hilton Head area of South Carolina. I'm going to shoot up into the backcountry, and I'm going to meet up with a YouTuber friend of mine, and we're going to do a few days of backpacking. I'm going to come back. I'm going to head back to Hilton Head, pick Nancy up, and we're going to head west again and go into either North Tennessee area, North Carolina, and look for another place to backpack and hike and just scout that whole area out. So anyway, I appreciate you guys watching. Please hit that subscribe button. Anything that you see in this video that you want to look into a purchase, I put links pretty much to everything down below so you can check them out. I think they're pretty much the best prices I could find. And stay tuned for the next one. And again, thank you, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.